Today I wanted to do things a little bit differently. Usually we have a topic to talk about and I go in depth about thoughts and things that I want you guys to think about. But today I have a special uh, suggestion that came to me very late one evening, with Valentine's Day being around the corner at the time of the recording of this video. And so I decided to share what I would like to call the final Valentines. If you would lend me your ears, I would appreciate being able to share it with you. I debated how I wanted to ask you to be my Valentine, though we know when you brought it to my attention, I asked in the moment multiple times. Of course, you wanted something more romantic and more personal and from the heart. Me asking in person when you asked me to was from the heart, but I understood that it was not as sentimental as it could have been. And so it seems, as things become rocky between us, and the likelihood that we would make it to Valentine's Day continued to dissipate, I sat in the dark alone, and I wondered what I could do to make what could be our last one together special. And it dawned on me. Here I have this channel that all of 4 people in the world know of. It was supposed to remain a secret for all and be my little pet project, regardless of how productive or non-productive it ended up being by the end of time. I figured that's the best way to ask you to be my Valentine, or possibly the last time and the last way to immortalize all of my care and love for you in a video. One in which you alone would know was dedicated to you. We have had our ups and downs and struggled through many relationship problems that all face, but through it all I stayed the course because I love you. Of course, there are other people that came my way and even intrigued me enough to make me want to look in their direction, but still all the same, I stayed with you even at your worst, because that's what love is to me. I wanted to pick an imperfect person and convince them to accept me for my flaws. I just wanted a partner to be mine for life. I realized when we first met, and I found that you had never had a serious relationship before me, my odds of success were quite slim. Still the same, I thought I was different. I thought I was special. I thought I could change the trajectory of your life despite your past and make a difference. I thought I could make you mine forever. I thought if I worked hard enough and put in enough time, I would have the money and the opportunity to provide you with what others could only dream of. I wanted to live a fairy tale and I wanted to put you away in the castle. But the journey was fraught with danger, and it was dangerously unforgiving for me. Ultimately, it made you turn on me. There was nothing that I could do to save us, and God knows I tried my darndest. And yet, no matter what I did, it seemed to backfire in my face and hit me with twice the amount of force that I was prepared to handle. Still, I trudged on, dragging you in tow, trying to get you to see the next day and the next sunrise that awaited us. But each day, the sky became more cloudy. There was no saving me because I was beyond enamored with you. The show must go on, was the only thought in my mind when trouble was abound. I just wanted to give you the peace that you had never had, and a peace that others have only experienced in their dreams. But in the eyes of God, it would appear as though I was measured and found wanting. What I wanted I could not have, but still I tried aimlessly to attain it. Willing to clash with God and defy the words of angels, I would have given almost anything to have you as I had you in my dreams. But that was not my fate, or so it would seem. And so here we are, so close yet so far, and I wonder if you still dream of me and think of me when you lay your head upon your pillow at night. I don't know if you'll ever leave my dreams, and in all likelihood I shall be haunted by what could have been for all eternity. To have all others in the world at my disposal is not the same as to have you alone, and so I find myself at a crossroads. My odds of success are slim, and it seems like failure is all that awaits me. But still, I trudged on, hoping that you could see the reality that I was building. But I ran out of time. There was nothing that I could do. I pleaded with you to share with me your gripes, and after a certain point, you felt as though it was pointless to share them. You have become lost and hopeless to see change in us, not realizing that the monster I have become directly was born from the madness that you had set upon me. But even still, I do not blame you, and I cannot hate you, for it was your upbringing that made you who you are. I can only hope and pray that in due time, life will afford you the opportunities and experiences to find a new peace, and consequently, a new love. My wildest dream has now turned into my most worrisome nightmare, and there is no saving me. Those in the future are not you. The next will not be the same, and the one will not be the same, leaving me only time to understand that you inevitably were the one that got away. But in my heart, I still hope to be yours once again. And so if this is how my journey with you must end, I can only hope that you find solace in my final message. Just as I have loved you beyond what you were able to imagine each time you asked the question, and I answered the same, you'd say, "How much do you love me?" And my response was always, "More than you'll ever know." So with pain in my heart and tears in my eyes, I shall say these words and ask you one more time. I love you, darling. Will you be my Valentine?